the best case scenario for Shabana is Muhoroni to lose, Sofapaka to lose, then they win. But now wamefunga na wengine wamefunga.
But even the most they can get is they'll just be 21.
But so now if they were 21 and Muhoroni would are 3 less, so it would be 22, 23, 21. It's closer. If they are 25, it's a whole game.
It's a whole game, yeah.
So it's the win. Anyway, you can only beat what's in front of you. Hopefully Shabana can hold on to that. Posta Rangers, though, they continue their dangerous slide down the table. Like we said in the earlier kickoff game, Sharks beat Tusker 3-2. And yes, Kogalo are starting their game in all of 22 minutes. Today is a big day for Kenyan rugby because it's the Kenya Cup final.
Yes, the Kenya Cup final is currently underway at the ASK Showgrounds. Currently, you can just guess who is leading.
Kabras.
Yes. 22-5. It's 2 minutes to halftime. So,
walking it, man.
Yeah, this one is... playing at the ASK Showgrounds, this is a home turf. Because you see the structure of the Kenya
bull
Cup.
Ring.
Yes. The Kenya Cup, the structure is the team that is top after the league phase is one which hosts the final. Of course, depending on whether they had obviously progressed from the semi-final.
Is that slightly unfair? It's I can understand why, because it means it's like having the home court advantage in basketball. If you're number 1 in the rankings, then you have home court advantage, maybe.
Yeah, and could have been what influenced this kind of structure, because we all know that previously it used to be happening at the Kenya RFUA grounds. It used to be a very, very big social event.
Yes.
But at least it's good that the game is spreading out, because Kakamega is full. I can tell you for a fact, the stadium is full.
Yeah.
And people are buying tickets. So
nice. So none of this free entry thing we like in this country.
People are buying tickets. So I at least for me, I feel like that's good, and it's actually halftime now, 22-5 in favor of Kabras Sugar. I feel like this could be a 40-something score based on the second half. Bottom line, they're playing at home.
Yeah.
And they're unbeaten. They have not lost any game. This entire season, KCB have lost twice.
Sure.
So, it's
okay. Here's the thing. It could be, did we want a competitive game? Yes. I've said this year and last year. I actually am not a big fan of KCB and Kabras being too dominant, in my opinion. I think they are too dominant. I would really like to have a third force, because I feel like the league needs
even a fourth force.
It needs, I just want, I want this.
Yeah. Oilers, I think, would have been
Kabras have been to what? Every final since 14-15?
Oilers at least have shown something a few years.
Yes.
But yes, I think I agree with you. We need a third force, and we need a very, very strong third force. I remember the days of when it used to be Queens, Impala, Nondis.
Yes.
So and then KCB, of course, came later on, started dominate. Actually, it was Queens, Impala, KCB. It's bottom line. Think about it, Wokabi. It's what Mwangi Muthee was hoping for many moons ago.
Yes.
When he wanted to spread the game outside of Nairobi.
Yeah.
And clearly, it shows that the bedrock of Kenyan rugby has always been Western.
Yes, without a doubt.
Even the players who used to dominate in their respective clubs, if you look at their history, most of them.
Yeah, that's like football and us saying, listen, our bedrock is in Western Kenya. Okay, I know we have got your Kahatas and but the bedrock we all know, it's in Western and Nyanza. That's our bedrock, and then you go to Mombasa, and then you come to Nairobi. So yes, I like the idea of the game being spread out. I like the idea of like the final going to Kabras, though I feel like Kabras don't need any more advantage. That was actually my only my feel. Like I get it, but do they really need any more? Do they really need any more advantage than what they have? I think they already have such a big advantage. Why are they getting an extra one? But on the other hand, I understand you have got to gain something by being top. You have got to gain something by the fact that you are the dominant team of the season. So. And it's like you said, it's Kakamega. It's nice.
And then also, you need to appreciate what Kabras Sugar, the brand itself, has done with that club, because they treat it like a professional team.
Yes.
Similar to what KCB has done. And you see, the thing is about how Kabras is structured is one, I think they took a leap of faith, because I remember many moons ago when you look at the starting lineup of Kabras, never in my history of following Kenya rugby would have ever fathomed that would have a South African playing in local rugby.
Yes.
You'd have a Fijian, at least at the time they had like about 4 Fijians playing for a local club. So for me, I think there's something about having such players playing in the playing unit, because they bring something you're coming from a nation that has rugby pedigree.
Yes.
You can imagine we are playing with Dukisa. He's
Yes.
a South African who comes from a country that has won the World Cup. You're playing with a Fijian whose team has been consistent. National team has been consistent in the Rugby World Cup since they joined it in the 80s. For me, that there's something it does to the team because there are basic things that rub off other players.
I think it's the investment, Bernard, and you're right. Like, for you to have that much investment
Yes.
in Kakamega, like for you to have that much investment in Kakamega and be able to draw players from Fiji, from SA, the coach from SA, like it's the investment. And at times you ask yourself, just what's the inspiration? Like, why? Like, other than the love of the game, Cabras must, the owners of Cabras must, because this is a lot of investment.
Right.
Where I'm not sure what the return is. I know there is publicity, I know there is marketing, I know those things are all there, but I think it's huge investment. I think it's incredible investment. For you to be able to put that much money into something where, yes, you get the publicity, yes, you get the marketing, we all know about Cabras Sugar, but still, to put that much money is incredible. It's same thing with KCB. They put in a lot of money. So you just, and also maybe it's a lesson to everyone else. For you to succeed, this is what you need.
And the thing is, Wokabi, think about it. It's very simple. It's something that has been done by other clubs as well.
Yes.
It's marketing 101. What they've basically done is they've put their brand in your face. But they've put your brand face in a way that they're delivering results.
Yes.
Because even if you look at the local football league, you've touched on Tusker. Tusker, of course. Tusker FC.
Yes.
KCB FC. Think about it. It's top of mind.
And you don't have to spend any money
No.
for publicity, any money to be in the paper, any money for anything. You don't have to.
It just works for you.
All you have to do is get the good results.
Yes.
I was told this once a long time ago by a Tusker, by an EABL boss, one of their marketing guys. This is many years ago. And he said, listen, you have no idea how much good Tusker does us. Just Tusker. It's like Tusker is in the paper every single day, and 99% of the time it's for something good.
Yes.
So I get what you mean. Like, when you think about Cabras, actually you only think about Cabras, the company, when you see the sugar in the supermarket.
Yes.
But when you say Cabras, I just think rugby. So somehow it's become top of mind. We all know. So yes, you are right. It's a win-win situation for marketing. But I still maintain that is so much investment in something.
Now, what I would want is, you see that kind of structure and philosophy that they have at Cabras Sugar.
Yes.
Could be translated to almost, let's say, 3/4 of the clubs competing in the Kenya Cup. Because once you do that, Wokabi, our rugby goes to the next level. Because we want to reach a point whereby, you see, like this game, no one would have expected many years ago.
Yes.
That we would have a Kenya Cup final in Kakamega.
Yes.
Between a home team and a team from Nairobi.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like there needs, that philosophy needs to be spread to other clubs as well, because rugby needs a pick-me-up.
You have to be lucky though. You be lucky to find a company that wants to invest that way into your club. So Impala have to find someone. Nondis have to find someone. Queens have to find someone. Those are like the Mwamba has to find someone. Those are like the main teams. Of course, the Menengai Oilers they have a bit of support, but you need someone. You need to be in such a situation where you get a guy who says, I am going to use your club as my way into marketing and into everything, and then you deliver. Because I feel like Cabras pretty much runs everything to do with Cabras. KCB runs everything to do with KCB. Now, which is this company that will give money to Impala and be able to do that? I think that's the catch.
Now, how that would work is, my thinking is very simple. One, what is the buy-in? What is the ROI for a corporate who wants to come on board? The resumption of the Super Series, I think it's fantastic. I'm interested to see whether some corporate sponsors will come on board. But you need to ask yourself, okay, fine, how can we package this in a way that Kenya Cup is a brand? Because it's one of the oldest premiership leagues in the country.
Yes.
Of course, second to the Enterprise Cup. So it's very simple. You need to reach a point whereby, one, it is lucrative. The Kenya Cup is lucrative. So it's about packaging it. Because South Africa, the Currie Cup is big.
Yes.
It's one of the oldest. I think it should be the oldest in the world,
yes.
if I'm not wrong, in terms of rugby 15's premiership. So how are we able to package Kenya Cup as a brand itself so that it becomes one of the biggest team leagues in the country.
So we go back, we circle back to
Yes.
Kenya Rugby.
Yes.
That's where you start. It's the whole. This is not chicken and egg. If Kenya Rugby packages it into something great, everyone wants to be
Yes.
involved in it, so everyone jumps
buy
in
in.
it, and then that's it.
Exactly. And then also, they have to ensure, I'm glad that there is broadcast, they're broadcasting it, which is fantastic. They need to ensure that even as much as you're doing these partnerships, you need people to be watching the games. People need to be seeing the games. Even those nondescript games, not nondescript the team, but just
Yes.
these games somebody would think they're not heavyweight games, have them broadcast, because there's something about broadcasting live sport that does something.
Yeah.
Because even if a corporate wants to come on board, they're thinking, oh, okay, I can be watched by how many people on the KRU YouTube page? I think I'll plug in. Because people follow. Like right now, I was watching, I'm seeing people online and seeing the conversation online. That tells you there's support, and which I love.
Support and interest.
Exactly. I love this. I've even been seeing the banter online. You've been seeing people from Sakabra supporters, of course, throwing shade at KCB and vice versa. That is fantastic because it tells you that brand has potential. So imagine, Wokabi, imagine if Kenya Cup, some previous times they used to have prize money.
Yes.
So imagine if this year's Kenya Cup, there was X amount of money on offer.
And it's on TV.
Yes.
It's being broadcast. There's money, and the interest just because look, there's no doubt that we're a big rugby nation. Like people enjoy and they love the game in this country. It's just that maybe they are not given enough. They're not given opportunities, or that interest hasn't been tapped. Like we haven't monetized that interest, that passion that follows the game. And it's not really rugby. It's pretty much all our sports. We just don't seem to. I feel like we are stuck in the 90s for most of our sports. We just don't know how to turn it into
Commercialize it in a way that is...
it's like